Good job.
Good job, Eden. Look at you, big brother.
And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money, I divvy the pie. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune on flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the bob, and 40 on 50 is really the time. Why are you all on my phone like you want me, like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side?
Ready for school, bud?
Ja.
Yeah.
Ja.
Did these gonna pick you up today?
Ja.
You said thank you for your break.
So when I had a bit of clarity to yesterday I woke up at 4 a.m. after only having, I think, 3 or 4 hours of sleep. I worked on getting a lot of stuff done for the brand. I ended up creating a partial promote, like half of James's film. I then did the daily vlog, rubbing my eyes, drove to work, worked, finished up the film on break, and then got a call at 4 o'clock saying my kid is missing. That's just like a little taste of what yesterday was. Today I'm meeting with the person that found my iPad, and it's a 5-minute Friday. So let's talk e-commerce stores. Set a timer for 5 minutes. This is going to be more than 5 minutes, but I'll try to keep with the pace. Okay, so I promised talking about e-commerce stores and websites, so I'm gonna go down the list. This may get a little bit technical, maybe not, but I'm hoping to give anyone that needs information about a website some good information today. So let's go ahead and roll down the list. Let's see. So a lot of people are web developers or webmasters or graphic designers. I pride myself as a creative director, meaning that I can flow between design and web and film and all that stuff very seamlessly, very easy. A lot of the times you'll hear me say the word copy. I need copy, I need copy, I need copy. Copy is pretty much just written word. It's just a way of saying, hey, I need your about section or your contact or your services, stuff like that. That's copy. An e-commerce store, if you're wondering the difference between like a website and an e-commerce store, basically any online presence that sells items is an e-commerce store. Anything that doesn't sell items is pretty much a website. Your domain is simply like the address online that you go to, like google.com or facebook.com. Hosting is pretty much like your physical space on the web, right? And your website, your house, rests here. So that's what I mean by hosting. You should supply domain, you should supply hosting, and I can build the house. I do offer hosting, but it's expensive through me. Just get your own hosting and we'll be good. WordPress and Squarespace. You've heard me say this a lot if you've been following me. WordPress, Squarespace. WordPress, Squarespace. WordPress, what's the difference? Should I just go with Squarespace? Should I just make my own website? You definitely should make your own website. Truly, honestly, if you feel like you have the physical ability to do it, make it through Squarespace. This is not because it's sponsored or anything. It's just because they make tools super simple to use. Before Squarespace, I was recommending WordPress. Now I'm recommending Squarespace for anything that doesn't require anything crazy custom. But if you need something very custom, like very specific, like Salesforce integrations and CRMs and things like that, I'm definitely going to recommend WordPress. So why should you pay me to build a Squarespace website that you can build yourself? Good question. Like I said, you should do it if you have the capacity, if you have that design, that creative itch in you. I want you to do it. But if on the other hand, you look at the web and you're like, ugh, that's not for me, not my cup of tea. I can build your house so that you can go ahead and live in it and you can manage it. Does that make sense? So you supply the hosting, the land where your house is gonna go, you supply the address, the domain where it's gonna go, and I build the nice, beautiful, fancy mansion, and then you can come in and habitate it and just like manage it and do what it is. Like, just like a house, you don't need to know how, you know, electricity works to be able to run your own website. Squarespace and WordPress make it super simple, but if I had to go with a vote, Squarespace makes it even easier. All right, next on our list, Stripe and PayPal. What is Stripe and PayPal? All these things have their own kind of way they fit into it. Stripe is a gateway, so if someone wants to pay you money, they want to give you their, you know, credit card. Hopefully I don't flash my credit card. They want to pay you money, they need a gateway, a secure gateway on your website. Stripe, PayPal, several others do this very well. You pay them a portion, so you charge the customer 100%, and then they take like 2 or 3% off the top of that for using their service. Yeah, anyways, next. Whoop. That's 5 minutes, but I still have quite a bit to roll through, so stick with me. Your website package. I guarantee your website, as long as you are supplying the copy, as long as you are communicating with me, I guarantee it a month afterwards, as long as there's no custom builds, things like that to deal with. Your website. Why do you need a website in 2019? I really think you need social media more than a website, but many people need a website and online presence because one, it's expected, and two, it's the way they can do commerce. All right, so here goes the details about like my base website package, and then I'll talk about like the add-ons and stuff. So listed on my base package, and I'm not going to list these specific, I'm not going to list the specific price here, but you can click the link below and there will be updated prices right there because these prices are subject to change. I'm not going to say them and then have to be locked in. You get the point. Anyway, so website packages. So the base website that I supply is a cohesive branded website by default with Squarespace because I believe you can manage it easier. But I also offer WordPress. You're dealing with a professional creative director who understands design principles, who understands web languages, who understands filmmaking. So promotional films, things like that, you put it at the top of your website. Ooh, sweet. Typically, pretty much in the main base package, you get 5 pages plus a blog. 5 pages plus a blog. So you have home, services, about, contact, and then blog, and like there's another like space in there for like an additional page that that's more specific to what you do. What this also means is just 24/7 access to your website, and you know, of course, you need to supply your domain. So let's talk redesign real quick. Redesigns add on a cost, so that was the base, right? Redesigns, they add an extra cost just because instead of starting from scratch, right, just a nice flat level playing field like this, I have to like I have to pull up the ground. I got to take that slide out of here, jump that out of there, and then lay the foundation again. But you get the point. Redesigns are a little bit more, but if your site is extremely basic, you may not have a redesign additional cost. E-commerce store. What is an e-commerce store? Like I said, anything that allows you to sell products. Pretty much this includes like product selection that you supply, a working cart, checkout, payment system through Stripe and PayPal, and I can also set up FedEx, UPS, and USPS, but you must already have subscriptions to these accounts to begin with. Custom automation. 99% of you don't need custom automation. And rethink it if you think you do. Like 1% out of 99% probably need this, but if you do need this, I charge an hourly rate. So if you need me to integrate stuff like, I charge a specific rate per automation. You could check that out on the list below. But in addition, on the other side of that, if there's anything extra custom that's not covered in this scope, like here goes the box, right, that our project is in, and you go way out here, it's gonna cost you extra money, but I'll let you know before we start on that extra if you wanna proceed. It's costly, don't go over scope. All right, onward, onward, onward. You can add custom sales pages for your products and services. That is an additional cost. By sales page, I mean like something that is beautifully crafted, that really highlights that specific product and really tells a story. I definitely recommend a promotional film, which of course is an additional price to go along with your sales page. I talked a bit about hosting already. Just use your own hosting. GoDaddy's a good place for hosting, but if you do, I can supply scalable hosting for an additional cost. If you want all of your assets, if you want everything that I've done for your project, I can supply that as well. That's 2 5-Minute Fridays. Interview documentary, if you need a film or something like that that talks about your story to go on your about page or your service page, you can do that too. Let's see, anything else? Don't worry about the techie terms. I can, if I say something like CSS or PHP, just don't hesitate to ask. Hard work. I want to touch like for 30 seconds on this because I think this is important. A lot of people come to websites or come to social media thinking it's like a quick fix or like a very quick hack. You build it and then they come. That's not the case. And that's not the case. That's not the case. So if you want a website because you think everyone will come to you, rethink it. You can build the house or build the platform, but you have to put in the hard work, the struggle, the grind every single day for people to show up. And it takes a long time to build brand and build an audience that's true to you. So remember that when you're when you grab a website or you grab a social media analyst or something like that, you have to supply the content and you have to put it in every single day. If you want specific like beautiful images for your website, don't grab anything off the line. It's copywritten. There is a stock service like Adobe Stock or whatever that you can buy stock photos from it. Go to stock.adobe.com, look at some images, and you can buy those, and I can put those in your store or in your website. And then lastly, it's pretty much like if you truly want this website, you truly want this store, you understand why you need it, you understand that it's not going to be a punch in the face and be done with everything that you have to do and that you have to put in the hard work, and you love someone that's creative, that's passionate, that knows what they're doing, click the guide below so you can kind of review it and then message me at Hey Will Mosley, whether you're on Facebook or on Instagram or whatever, or even if you want to email me, williamcmosley@gmail.com. That's C as in cat and Mosley as in Mosley. Or you can also go over to heywillmosley.com and put yourself in a quote. But I'd rather just talk to you. If you're down with that, we can set up a meeting, a time to make sure that we are good, we're hanging out, we're perfect, and then 50% up front for the payment of the website, and then 50% on the other end before I submit your website to the beautiful world. Hope this helps. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling amped. That's 5-Minute Friday. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye.